Now we're going to take a look at D, an acoustic piece performed by Randy Rhoads from Ozzy's Blizzard of Oz CD. This piece is performed on both a nylon string acoustic guitar as well as a steel string acoustic guitar. And I'm going to be performing this on the steel string acoustic guitar now. So we'll take a look at the first phrase, which will take us through the first 3 measures, and it sounds like this. So here we're going to start off playing the D string 5th fret along with the 7th fret of the high E. Then I'm going to play on the 3rd fret of the B string, hammer on 3 to 5 on the high E string, and then grab 7 on the high E. Now in general, when playing classical style music, we want to sustain the bass notes as long as possible. So I'm trying to have that G note on the 5th fret of the D string sustained throughout the measure. Now I'm going to play the open D, open B along with the 5th fret on the high E string, and then harmonics on the top 4 strings on the 7th fret. Now we're going to take a look at the next 4 measures, which sound like this. Okay, so here I'm forming a B minor chord, 9th fret on the D string, and then barring on the 7th fret on the top 3 strings. Now from this chord shape, I'm going to outline the chord by starting with the D string and the high E string together. Now I'm going to do a little picking pattern while maintaining this chord shape. So I'll play the G string, B string, G string, E string, back to the G string. The next chord shape is a G over B shape. I'm going to play 9 on the D, 7 on the G string, 8 on the B, 10 on the high E. Now while holding this shape, I'm going to strike the D string and the high E string, and then I'm going to pick G, B, G, E, back to the B. Now we're going to slide this chord shape up 2 frets, so I'm going to slide 9 to 11 on the D string, and then play 9 on the G, 10 on the B, 12 on the high E 2 times. Now here's measures 8 and 9. So here I'm playing 10 on the A along with 7 on the high E. Then I'm going to play 7 on the G, hammer on from 7 to 8 on the B, and then grab 7 on the high E. Now I'm going to play 9 on the A, 10 on the B. Moving on, here's measures 10 and 11. So here I'm going to play 7 on the A string along with 8 on the B string. And while maintaining this shape, I'm going to play 6 on the G, back to 8 on the B. Now 5A along with 7B, 4A along with 5B, and move this same shape downwards. 2nd fret A, 3rd fret B. All right, here's our next phrase, which will take us from measure 12 through part of measure 15. So here I'm starting with the 3rd fret of the low E string along with the open high E string. Open B to the open E. Now A string open along with 5th fret on the B, and then I'll pull off to the 3rd fret of the B string. Now grab 6 on the G string and then play 3 on the B string. Now we're going to play 4 on the D string along with 3 on the B string. And we're going to form this chord shape, which is D over F sharp. So after striking 4D along with 3 on the B, I'll strike 4D one more time, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, and then back to the 2nd fret on the G string. And then we'll finish this phrase by playing the open high E to the 3rd fret on the B string. Continuing onwards, our next phrase will take us through part of measure 17. So here we're going to have a little hammer-on and pull-off phrase on the high E string, 2, 3, 2 to the open high E. 1st fret on the D along with 2nd fret on the G. So we're outlining a B7 sound right now. Continuing from this point, 2nd fret of the G, open B, 2nd fret on the high E, back to the open B. Now I'm going to grab 2 on the A string, 2 on the G string, and then the open B. And one more time. Okay, continuing onwards. Our next phrase will take us through to the end of the 1st section of the song. So we start off 3 on the low E, open high E, 2nd fret on the low E and on the high E, so I'm just going to bar here. Open low E, 3rd fret on the high E. Now I'm going to grab the 2nd fret on the D string, open G, open B, open G, back to the 2nd fret on the D string, pull off now from 3 to 2 on the high E string, grab 4 on the low E string along with 2 on the high E, and then pull off to the open high E string while holding the 4th fret of the low E. Now 3 on the B string to the open high E, followed by the open A, 2nd fret of the B string, open G, 3rd fret of the B string, and then harmonics on the 12th fret on the top 4 strings. And that takes us to the end of the 1st section of the song.